And our top focus on News Point right now, Maldives Foreign Minister Moosa Zameer is likely to visit India on the 9th of May. Zameer's visit marks a major diplomatic engagement between the two countries. This visit will be the first high-level visit by senior official from the Muizzu government to India since his government assumed office in November last year. Now, during the visit, talks are expected to play a crucial role in resetting the bilateral ties between India and Maldives, which have perhaps been frosty in recent months. The meeting between Foreign Minister Moosa Zameer and Minister Shankar will likely set the tone for future engagements. It will also throw light on how the both sides can work together on several issues, including India's infrastructure projects in the country. Now, under the Muizzu government, relations with India have experienced strain due to a noticeable pro-China stance. This apart from anti-India comments by Malay's ministers and calls for the removal of Indian troops involved in humanitarian help within the island nation. Earlier in January, both External Affairs Minister Dr. Shankar and Minister Moosa held in-person talks on the sidelines of the non-aligned movement NAM summit in Kampala in the month of January. Well, they have also engaged on social media regarding India's decision to renew quotas to enable the Maldives to import essential commodities from India for the years 2024 and also 2025, with New Delhi restating its neighborhood first policy. Now, traditionally, when a new government assumes power in the Maldives, a visit by the president to India soon follows to reaffirm Malay's India First policy. However, in a departure from this norm, President Muizzu's first foreign visits included trips to Turkey, UAE and China. And for more on this, our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibbal, is now joining us live from New Delhi. Hi, Siddhant. The Maldives foreign minister is likely to visit New Delhi on the 9th of May. This will perhaps be the first high-level visit by either side since Mohammad Muizzu's government came to power. Talk to us about the significance of the visit and perhaps the reasons behind it.
Well, sources have exclusively confirmed to WION that the Maldivian foreign minister is likely to travel to India next week on the 9th of May. Now, this visit comes after a gap of almost more than 6 months since the Muizzu government took charge, which is unprecedented in many ways, given that in past, as you also pointed out, that when it comes to Maldivian government taking charge, there have been quick visits to New Delhi. In fact, whether it's the Soli government previously in 2018 or before that the Yamin government, who was seen very anti-India, he also travelled to India within few months of taking charge, because the geographical location makes the both countries very close neighbor in every sense, whether it's culture, economics, or whether it's when it comes to security as well. Now, his visit, of course, will be focusing on several issues, including India's infrastructure projects, but focus also remains on India's concerns over security challenges. We have seen the visits of not only Chinese research vessel, but also recently Turkey's Navy ship visiting Maldives as well. In fact, Maldives has also bought drones from Turkey. Now, for India, that is a concern. Now, Maldives geographically might be looking a very small country, but it has a huge exclusive economic zone. And we know that for India, the worry will be stability in the Indian Ocean region, for which Maldives has to play an important role. Previous government, of course, engaged with New Delhi very well. This, of course, is a marked departure under Muizzu government.
Right, Siddhant, you've clearly listed out the slew of topics and issues that will be on the table when the Maldives foreign minister visits India. Do you think that debt restructuring will also be one of the topics?
Well, we saw recently the Maldives president in an interview to Maldives newspapers and media talked about debt restructuring talks. So far, what I can confirm you that there haven't been any formal request from the Muizzu government for such kind of requests, but these are feelers being given by the Muizzu government. It is a high likelihood that this could figure in the conversation, given that Maldives does faces a major debt challenge, and it will be keen that India, of course, delays the debt when it comes to the Indian support to Maldives. But all in all, we know that one of the key priorities for the Maldives government under Muizzu has been economic security and also making sure that the inflationary pressure does not rises in Maldives after the COVID crisis. We saw India reaching out in a significant way to the Soli government, not only providing essential supplies but also making sure that the people of Maldives are not impacted. India's policy does continue under its neighborhood first policy, but given the shrill remarks coming from Maldives, of course there will be tough talks, and these talks of course will also see India pointing out its concerns with its security, or of course comments by the now suspended Maldivian ministers.
Right, Siddhant, we'll of course have to wait and see how the visit by the Maldives foreign minister pans out in India. But thanks very much for taking our time and joining us here on the show.